Vibe coding is better, faster, and cheaper than the majority of programmers out there. And it's the economics of these situations. You very rarely get better, faster, and cheaper. Generally, you have to pick two, which means that a lot of money, a lot of investment will be put into making this technology better. There's a really interesting comment which got on a past video basically saying that you still need to know what the output is from artificial intelligence in order to tell whether it's good or not. I 100% agree with this. We need people who can understand what is coming out of artificial intelligence, tell whether it is a good or bad output. However, this is a big however, we need less of them. If the job of the coder or the programmer is checking the outputs of an artificial intelligence and we strip away the rest of the work because they are doing it, we don't need as many people. Suddenly, that person who has the taste and the ability to tell whether the code is good or not becomes a manager. They are delegating to AI. And we simply don't need as many people working on the job. Now, the obvious counter-argument to this is, no, we're going to increase our productivity by 10 times, but that just means we can increase the business by 10 times. We hire more people, we scale everything up. That is dependent on demand also rising. Very broadly, if we have a 10 times increase in supply because we are more productive, we can produce more, then we need a 10 times increase in demand in order to keep things at an even keel. That, however, more likely we're going to see disruption and decreases in demand. One, demand gets decreased by the fact that we can now roll our own. You can use Claude Code to spin up a prototype of something very quickly, and it might be sufficient. You don't need to hire a coder. Two, more competitors can enter a market and challenge the incumbents because they can now build the product very quickly. Three, more economically, we might have markets that are crashing out. Increase in demand requires our economies to be in a healthy place where people are buying stuff. If AI starts to hit other industries and leads to joblessness in those industries, there's going to be lower incomes and less money to spend. All of these are pointing towards decrease in demand rather than increase in demand. Which leads back to the fact that the economic value of an individual coder, a programmer, will decrease. The skill is being commoditized and can be replicated, so we don't need as many and we don't need to pay them as much. Don't get me wrong, this sucks if you are a coder, but the fact that it sucks does not change the reality of the situation.